Long time no see. How long has it been? I don't know, about a month, maybe a little longer. Sorry about that, folks. For the few people who probably care. But who knows? Maybe more out there than I know. But anyway, yeah, at first I was just waiting for a new mic arm to come in, but then I had to cancel that because it was never going to come from China. And then I was just trying to get used to just practicing like normal without really anything going on. But then I realized just last night that I was actually improving more so with the video interface here. And in some ways I had taken a step forward, in some ways I had taken a step back. So now if I'm going to play around with this, I might as well stream it as well. Why not? I can show what I've been doing. Oh yeah. Do I need to say who I am? I mean, my name's right down here. You know. Welcome to the channel, of course. Did I already say something like that? Yeah. Sorry. Welcome to the channel. All right, let's get to the main thing here. Everything seems to be working right. You can get the laptop going, but that can wait. The main thing I've been doing is kind of boring work, so that's why, another reason why I didn't want to stream it is just because there's a lot of repetition. Because if you don't remember, the one song that I've taken up to learn is the song Bulletproof I Wish I Was by Radiohead. And I did that because I accidentally started playing it to begin with. And I realized, hey, wait a minute, that's a song that I know. And then I just pulled out, my phone, pulled up, my music, and sure enough, yeah, went to like one try. I knew right away it had to be Bulletproof. And what I was doing, which is playing a C, regular C chord, and then I would turn it into the C major 7, I believe, and which is not exact. It's close. It almost sounds like it, but it was when I accidentally, or on purpose, put my pinky down here. Yeah, that's the right string. That it actually started to sound like the song I'm about, kind of play. First of all, just to illustrate, here's a C scale, C regular major, not a 7. And you take that one finger off. I see, major 7, and it was just this finger, pinky here. That right there is like, wait a minute. And the whole thing, it sounds okay, but it's not the right chord for the song. It's just what I was playing around with. And then I looked up the tab and figured out, what I was doing wrong. Speaking of tab, I actually looked at the other version, the one that was almost wrong in some regards, but it actually showed me that there's a point where you just hit these 3 strings open. We'll get to that. Actual fingering. So it's A minor 7. Then the C major 7. I'm just fucking around with strumming. And then the G6 would be the bottom, I believe. Oop, wrong finger there. And then the D sustained 2. And then those 3 open strings, and we repeat. And that's been my biggest problem, is just repeating and repeating. That transition from the D sustained 2 back to the A minor 7. Yeah, please, A minor 7. Pretty sure I'm right. And that is the verse. And it is played many times throughout the song. And it's very it's complicated and simple at the same time. I think it's one of the perfect beginner songs to start off with. Not too easy, not too hard. And then we get to the chorus, which is kind of easier in a way. All right, so first off, I think doing it on camera. And then that's repeated depending on which chorus you're doing. The first one, I think you play it one time, then you do that last chord, you do it one more time, one more measure. And when the chorus is done, then you play this really weird fucking chord. Make sure I get it right. It's not going to sound great. But that is the chord you're supposed to play. What's missing is the lead guitar, the electric guitar. That is something I don't have yet, so I'm not even attempt learning it. Like I played around with it on the acoustic, and it's like I think it won't sound right unless it's on electric. So, yeah. There's like two different ways I could start off that one deal. I kind of like doing it this way because this is similar to a normal G chord. Like normally when I play a G chord, it's this. In this case, it's this. Not that string. Trying to look at the video more. Like how when you start over, you just gotta move these down. So simple. Too far. Too far. That's right. Oops. It was over eager. And then that last chord. And that is the bones of the song. Just gotta play the verse over and over because it starts off playing like an intro. Well, technically, there's 4 beats of intro, and then intro with silence. Basically, well, not silence. There's music, but it's not guitar or anything. And then you have the first verse, which is just the guitar, no singing. And then when the singing comes in, you play that verse again. And I think it's into 2 times you have to play that for an official verse, right? I'll have to look at it again. And after you play the first verse, you don't play the chorus. You go back to the verse. After like maybe a few measures of rest. It's until the end of the second verse, like singing verse, when you actually do play the chorus, and you play it, twice or one time. I can pull up the laptop, look at it. Why not? In fact, we'll go to that one. Boom. All right. Believe I had it on Chrome. No, you're not going to become default. Sorry. Stop asking. Okay, here's the other version. There's several versions. Here's the simpler version that I liked, I think. Where is the Songster version? Here it is. I like it for this purpose, because it actually shows me where everything falls in within the actual song. So you see, you got, of course, the 3 measures of intro, and then the first run through. Stop asking. Anyway, eventually I might pay for this thing. So okay, verse, boom, and then you're back to A minor 7. So maybe you play it twice. Yeah, you play it twice, and then the official verse starts. You play it one more time, 2 more times, and then a drawn-out ending. You play a D sustained 2 for 2 measures, so just 1. And then you play it again, one more time. Oh, and then now you play it again for the verse. And you play it again. It's weird how it says verse here twice. And then, of course, sustained. Or, yeah, sustained, desustained too. Say that way. Repeated. And then the actual chorus. And yeah, you play it. Get the C add 9 for 2 measures. And then you do play it one more time. Instead of C sustained 9 for 2 measures. Oh, it's just 1 measure. And then the B with the flat at 6. It's not a B flat with a 6. It's a B with a flat at 6. In case there was any confusion. And then, it's just three beats of rest. You know. And then, back into the verse. And then the verse again. I think it's twice with the repeated D sustained 2. And then the chorus. But this time, it's chorus 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, a 4th time. But you only play the C add 9. When, of course, it's not C add 9. It isn't on this deal. And maybe it is. It's another C chord. I know that. So you play just one measure, and then you get the B with flat 6. So I need to start playing with that, perhaps. One thing is not perfect is doing it at tempo. For now, sometimes it's best for me to let's get back to this here. Let's take it slow. Take it slow. Maybe just play around them strumming. Maybe just hit the chord, and then hit the next chord slowly, like kind of in time. Instead of doing the whole strumming pattern, you're just hitting like the first downbeat of each. The first. Yeah, the downbeat, by the way, of each beat, not the up. Anyway, and I mean, I suppose I should practice it some more now instead of just talking about it. And the pinky's going to stick out no matter what until one of the other chords, and then I can finally tuck it. That's what I've learned. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I can get it to where it'll tuck more sooner. I noticed that this high E rings around a lot. It's almost a little too much. I've tried to omit it, but it's kind of feels like it's missing when I do that. So I just got to get better at just not hitting it too hard, which is good. It helps me practice hitting just those 3 strings when I'm doing that little pickup note for each verse. And it's not for each verse. It's only sometimes. I have to listen to the song, maybe look at the that tab some more, try to get a feel for like when they use it, when they don't use it. Otherwise, they just start it off like in the very beginning where you don't have it. I don't think there's a pickup. There's some other verses where like right before you get back into it, it has a pickup. Wrong spot. I think it's all supposed to be more like this. See, that's where I need to just put more practice in. Otherwise, I'm just doing that. The more simple strum pattern, which is fine. If I can get used to singing to it at the same time, I could kind of perform the song that way. I wouldn't have to do the nice, perfect, the eighth notes. It's hard to with actual sheet music. It is in 4/4. It looks like eighth notes because there's 8 of them. Not really. Oh yeah, 1/8 of each, whatever. Anyway, it's not that simple. Every quarter note would have two. It would be four quarter notes and four, meaning eighth notes. Anyway, an eighth note is an eighth of basically a whole note. Yeah, because a quarter note is a quarter of a whole note. It's all based on the whole note. And there are no whole notes in this music, on this song, unless you're playing with some of the other weird instruments in the background. It'd be nice to have some actual sheet music. I don't know if the sheet music would have every instrument they use in it, but it'd be nice to have something semi-official. I don't know if you know if Tom and Johnny and them actually had a hand in creating the sheet music, or just some other expert to like try to figure it out. Like here with this, uh, like with this particular tab, it's close. At least it has some of the information like those pickup notes. There's some other ones that don't make any sense where you hit three different strings and it just doesn't sound right compared to actually listening to music. But yeah. But the disagreement between this tab and the other tab, if no one knows, is how sure they both agree with A minor 7 and the C7 major, but it's the B minor add 13 right here. Here, I'll do this. Oops, wrong one. This B minor add 13 right here that just does not make any sense when you compare it to the G6 with the B at the bottom that's in the other tab. Because it's less movement when you do the G6 with the B at the bottom versus a B minor add 13. There's a lot more I have to change. Not a lot, but it makes it really awkward when you go from the B minor add 13 to the D sustain 2. Do it the way that I was just doing it. It's a lot easier. Just a couple fingers you gotta move. At one point, it's just one finger you gotta move. You go between the G6 with the G6 with the B at the bottom to the D sustain 2. You're just moving one finger. Yeah, one finger from here to there, just like how it shows there. Yeah, I don't like this lag. This capture card sucks. You can't tell, but I can see the lag. Anyway, someday I'll get better with capture card. Nope, wrong mouse. So, yeah. That's why I decided to kind of go with this one. Nope, that's the other one that's kind of weird. This one. Yeah, G6 with the B at the bottom. And D sustain 2. And then they kind of agree, I think, with the chorus, except, yeah, here's this the C add 9 with the E at the bottom. The other one, I think, is just C add 9. That's like the major difference. And here's a D sustain 2 with the B with the bottom. Whereas Songster has, where's the chorus? Yeah, once again, it has a B minor add 13. And it's just being reused here. And they're similar chords, but still different. Compared to, I think it's different PC. This one. Yeah, so that's the weird part. Like, why would this one be a D sustain 2 with the B at the bottom, the other one be a B minor add 13? Although they're very similar chords, and you actually write them out. Very similar voicings. The B minor would be BDF, and the D would be DFA. But it has the sustain 2, so that's a E. And That's not in a B minor. But yeah, the 13th. That's where the E comes from. I'm trying to do the math in my head. The 13th would be be another fifth above the octave, wouldn't it? Or is am I not subtracting one more number? Because it's either F or it's an E, whatever. Could be another F or an E. I'll figure that out later. Where are we at? We're done looking at this. I was just talking about the differences. Is there anything else I missed? Oh, there's other differences. See, here is still C add 9, with the other one C add 9, with the E at the bottom, which is, yeah, because you are hitting that low E. Do you have to? I mean, I could probably play without hitting it. Probably sound about the same, no matter. Or I need to listen to music. I can find out, yep, the E's in there, even if it's just the bass guitar hitting it. That's where I sometimes get a little confused when I'm listening to it. Like, I think before that pickup, but no, there's another note being played by the bass guitar, but it makes me think it's the acoustic playing that and the pickup before the actual verse. I believe that's going on. All right, now this is the right mouse for this one. So we're back to here. Probably don't need to look at that anymore, right? All right. Other than that, I also realized that I hadn't been going through all the chords, I'll say all the chords, but all the chords in this book, that it hasn't been helping. I should have been at least just doing what I had been doing. It's just good practice. It's a decent routine. But yeah, whenever I can, usually late at night, because there's nobody here. It's just me. It'd be very unlikely there's somebody else in this entire office building. Because earlier today, I was thinking, it's Memorial Day. I don't think there's anybody here. I was here before I went to work, before I had my lunch/dinner or whatever at 3. It was around 2:30, whatever, and I figured I'll pick up the guitar and play around with that song a little bit. I kind of played it like once or twice, and I swore I heard a noise somewhere. There was like somebody closed the door or something somewhere. Like, okay, I'm putting it down. Because it kind of helps there's nobody around. Other than people, watching online. I can do that easier enough. I could stream on the gaming setup, no problem. At night, especially. During the day, well, the main thing is I'm not trying to disturb anybody in this office building, so I'm not doing it during normal office hours, so to speak. That's why, either it's late at night, like right now, or maybe on the weekends. Although sometimes there's things going on, but usually those are like extracurricular, whatever. It's people probably wouldn't care for some noise, that they're not here to do office work. But I don't know. That's why I kind of stick to doing it, late in the evening if possible, on my off days, which I'm getting my days off, but I really wish I had some better shifts where I would still work, but get off early enough to be here at a reasonable hour. And, well, then again, that would make it more nerve-wracking. Probably more eyeballs. Oh, thanks to the restream, it shows me there's 2 people. Hello, thank you. Curious what my YouTube description does. I'm using a restream still. It's simple, it's easy, but when it comes to YouTube, where I need to dig more into it. I think I need to like go into the broadcast like while it's going on, and then I can update it. Maybe I can just do it after the fact. Anyway, or maybe the description that I put into Restream actually shows up in YouTube. I just need to take the time to look at it, and I'm always flying by the seat of my pants. All right, let's do one or two things. I should probably keep going over the song, or I could just move on and start playing around with chords. Because like I said, I've been missing out on that, so now I can bring this back. For old time's sake, if nothing else. It's already 2:47 a.m., so let's try to make this a really good practice session. Which one I normally went with? I think this one. It's the top of my recent file, so might as well. Yep, that's it. The first chord set in the book. Very familiar, isn't it? So it's like one of the most popular chords. Might as well. Try to make sure I don't block it, and I need to get used to looking at the camera or looking at the screen again when I'm playing. And go ahead and do C. Sounds like that song again. Yeah. No wonder I kind of stumbled upon it. There it is. There's the C major 7. And then the chord that I kind of hate the most right now. It's still a struggle. I hadn't done it in a few days, well, a couple of weeks maybe. I've been doing some of the other chords similar to it, but not this one. Should make this bigger. All right. Even I can see it better on that screen. I don't have to turn my head as much. So we got the bar, little mini bar, whatever, 2-note bar, 2-string bar. Just the reach here that bothers me the most. Did I get it? The reach and the reach over the other string, so I'm not hitting it. Nope, I think my ring finger is slipping. It's just not physically possible for me at the moment. That's why I'm even going to try strumming it. It starts off like almost doing it, and then my finger slips. Let me play around with that again. Maybe when I'm not streaming. I mean, I don't mind embarrassing myself, but that one was like, well, it's not going to work. I was going to get like maybe 4 out of 5, so at least it would have been all right, I guess. And this one is still leery because just doing that little mini bar with the index, it's slow going. See? Even that one's not great. I'm still waiting for those calluses to come in. Yeah. The more I try right now, the more it hurts. Look at that. Getting some indentations on it already. I'll play some other chords that have similar features, and sometimes they come out alright. But not that one. That's why when it comes to the sequences that I like to do, or a lot of the pages in the book will show for these keys the C, or whatever, the tonic major 7, the tonic 6, and then the tonic sustained 4. I like playing that version with the D, the G, the scale, the key of G, the key of D, and now I've been throwing in the key of A, the key of C. Till I get that C6 done. By the time I get that C6 finally done, like where I can hopefully stretch my fingers out and get to where that whatever works. I'm not going to try that. And the secrets I'm talking about, I'll go ahead and do. It is like something I still try to do once in a while. Here's the one in G. Try it. There we go. Oop, that stays. I'm just trying to make sure I hit the strings. I mean, not now with the right hand, with the left hand, right? Just nerve-wracking. I hadn't done this in a while, but that is the G, and then a G major 7, and then G6, and then G sustained 4, and then back to the G. And now in D. Totally wrong. Watch the video, that helps. Usually better in this, but still trying to get my fingers stay out of the way. Not hit the other string. Bang, bang, bang. All that buzzing. For other, beginners, it's normal. It's going to happen till you get a little more dexterity in your fingers. Because usually it's either the tips of my fingers just touching the next string, whatever, or sometimes side of my hand just being a little too up close. A little, Yep. Oh yeah, then I guess we can try A. A is a little rough. Just getting A started. It's one of the most cramped chords there are. Wrong set. It's so weird. All right. Got a bit of a reach, but it's not too bad. Yeah, I would definitely need the most practice, but it's surprising that I did it as well. As somewhat well. I just did. Anyway, moving on. We're still not done with the key of C. There's a D minor in this key. I can't just ignore it. And it's mostly on the screen. Okay. Still a little of a slightly awkward version of a D. See? Get them close. Just getting that callus on my index would be so nice by now. It's like half my problem. Almost on every chord I play. I've been doing this, for like maybe 7 months, 6 months, maybe. I've had the guitar for like 12 or 13 years, something like that, but I've only just recently, finally, actually started playing it, which is why, even though these are the original strings from 2000, I think 2007 is when I got the guitar. That's like almost 15 years. But still the original strings, because we did a setup on it right away, so they definitely got new strings when I got it, and then just didn't touch it, and kept it in the case for the most part, so never rusted. Maybe now it's starting to get some color on it. Maybe. All right. Oh yeah, I just realized I had. Hey, what's up, Mr. User Not Found? That's a clever name. Wow. And then also a bot came in at the same time. Best viewers on Streamboo. I got to get around to putting a filter. I am just practicing and getting used to doing it this way instead of just doing it the old school way. What about you, man? Is it late where you're at? Maybe I said too many questions. Let's go ahead. I want to play this E real quick. And E major, major minor. Because you're lowering the third. Here's E major, and then lower third, minor. Yeah, I was about to say, I'm supposed to talk more about music theory while I'm doing this. I gotta go. All right. Well, thanks for stopping by. All right. Let's move on here to an F. Everybody's fucking favorite, right? That's why they call it the F chord. Sorry, I'm not supposed to swear on YouTube. I don't think I have the set as mature. I don't know. I don't know what Restream does when it's setting up my stream. Since I use this, for YouTubers, since I use this for both the gaming and the practicing, it's a little weird. Oh, totally wrong. I was almost doing the B minor version or whatever. I keep playing around with that. I'll go from here and do this chord. Yeah, I'm still getting used to changing and all. Because that's very similar to doing the same thing with E major, regular E, and then regular. Or no, it's not regular. It's A minor. Yeah. But when you do the same thing with a bar chord, in this case you're using these 3 fingers instead of these 3 fingers, but you're barring, something down, but you're still doing the same shape with these 3 fingers, and it has a very similar sound, at least with the first few frets I played with it. But at some point, it'll sound weird down here. I don't know. Otherwise, it has the same feel. I'll even illustrate it. It's always going into something major. Do it again. Next fret. That's interesting. Major again. This is something different. Oh yeah, I have like a minor. played it better. Next. That's weird. Goes back to another major chord list. It's interesting. That's definitely a major power chord, the first one. And the second one is a minor, I guess, power chord. And you just move that up and down the neck, and it's very similar, no matter where you go. In fact, if you go to that one page in this book, it is shown as such. Oh, wrong mouse. It's one thing I have not messed around with, especially on stream. Or those pages. Usually I just try to get as far as I can with this book. It's obviously we're not getting that far. It's already 3 a.m. We've just gotten through key of C, I believe. But the back of the book, you have movable chords. And look there. The first one it shows is major. That major bar chord. And then you have the one that I hate. I still can't get that. The next one I can't do. Here. You guys might want to see this better. That's a big ask, but you might. Oop. So there, like this, I hate this chord. I do a different version where I bar this one and then finger these 3. And this is one I don't think I've ever done. I need to like play around with that. It's one rare chord where the pinky is doing a bar, mini bar. Yeah. You can see that, right? Now you can see it better. Now think about it. And then this one here, yeah, I've never done a chord in this shape. May have done one in like that shape, but that is, these are all major. And then here we got sustain 4. That's different. I've never done that. Or that version. Huh, that's a 6. But I could do that as a C6 and get to where I can mute those 2 strings. I'd rather do that than the other C6 that it had. Anyway. And then another, I guess this is another 6. What else we got? There's a few pages. Yeah, more 6s. And then I have, oh yeah, 6-9. There we go. Like from a distance, I thought that was like some weird symbol. Oh, it's a 6-9. So I've never done that before. Like all these are unique. But for some reason, they're not shown in any of these other pages. 4 now. Wow, what's that? That's a major 7. Oh yeah, I kind of thought there's a F sharp major 7 where you kind of do that, except you don't bar this. You just hit these 4 strings. Huh. But if you bar it, you can hit 5 strings. Okay. How many more pages? Yeah, you got major 6 is major 7. Then you have minor 6, minor 7, minor major 7, minor 9, minor 7, the flatted 5th. Then call that a fully diminished 7. Why is there a asterisk behind it? There's more 7s. 7 sustain 4, 9 sustain 4, and then common chord symbols and whatnot. Okay. Enough of that. I don't even need Chrome open. that disappear. And I haven't even played with the keyboard today. Well, I have a little bit, just when I got things started. Procrastinating a little bit, just playing around with the keys. It's a lot of like improvising. And if I want to play a song, I just like playing that because it's something I just figured out. Not just figured out, but I had figured out on my own months ago. So I was trying to do, no. That's my version of trying to play by ear. I just figured those out, months ago. All right. When it comes to guitar, I would like to illustrate what the same notes sound like on a guitar. Instead of just doing like a C major scale, you normally play on a piano, but add all the other. These are 6 strings. See which one the C is doubled. But which C? Probably that one I can't reach very well. I'd have to look at the chord chart. Make sure I'm doing it right. That's the thing about the guitar. You can do 6 notes at one time, real easy. Sort of. I mean, so you can too on a keyboard if you do it with both hands. But then again, you can do 2 9 chords. You can do 8 notes at one time. Relatively easy. Or you just get, 8 string, 10 string, maybe a 12 string guitar, and then and it wins again. Or for the first time. All right. I think if I want to go to bed at a reasonable time, I should probably start getting off. Well, start ending the stream. Phrasing. Yeah. Won't pull the battery out of the acoustic yet. Just hopefully I don't forget. 'Cause I'm pretty good at just leaving it in there forever. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching. Thank you, Mr. User Not Found. I have to hope he actually, typed that in and got it. It's not something where Twitch is unable to actually find it. Yeah. Maybe he's famous. I don't know. It's a good name. Anyway, anybody else who's lurking, that's great. Thank you for watching. I'm a bit of a lurker too. Then again, I don't even spend enough time trying to watch other streamers. But I need to. I am so close just quitting my job at Walgreens. And trying to hold on a little longer. But it's tough. But I do need to find another job beforehand or something. I don't know. But for now, it is what it is. I don't get off till midnight at the earliest. I think 12:05 is the earliest you can clock out. But today was like 12:40 a.m. And I want to chill out in my car for a little bit. And then I came up here and hadn't done this in a little while, so it took me a few minutes longer to get it set up and running. Of course, there's always issues with the PC, but at least it's better now than it was when I was using the other PC that's now over there being used as a gaming PC, sort of. Maybe so when I put a newer video card in there, because with the GTX 770, really not going to do a lot. But just just they're taking up space for now. For media, I can at least capture through my capture card on the streaming PC, which is right next to it. I just keep saying it's on this side because it kind of feels like it's on this side because of the main monitor being right here. Anyway, at least this is worked, right? Definitely need to get around to watching my VODs and maybe making clips. Although I'm more worried about doing that with the gaming setup. This is just for fun. It's all fun, but I only have so much time. And you all have a good night. I don't have to do all the other stuff because it doesn't matter. I mean, if you follow, great. I'm not trying to get a lot of followers with this. I mean, if you do it, great. I'm just doing this because I'm going to practice anyway. I might as well stream it. Hopefully somebody may have learned something. I don't know. But as always, good night and stay frosty.